How are you doing, folks? It's Mario from MF Fly Tie, and if you are just new to the channel, thank you very much for joining me for the first time, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much for your continued support. So, in the vise today, we've got a muskin, and I'm tying these for a friend who's asked me to tie them specifically with quills. So, the quills that I'm using, I've got two types. These ones I got from Chuck and Duck. These ones are in natural, and also vineyards, which will do in yellow and olive as well. So these flies, I would usually tie them with a body made from a dyed pheasant tail, but as I said, this is for a friend who's asked them specifically to be made with the quills. So you'll get these in various different colours. That's a wee gold one. It's a great wee one with the red thorax as well. Very similar to tying a vicar buzzer, and that's the olive ones as well, which are here. These are all tied in a size 12 Camazan B175. That's a wee olive one that's got a wee thorax cover, which has been done in some pearl. So we'll go ahead and we'll tie the fly. These are great flies for the summer months. You can fish them as a team on a washing line, or I like to tie them, fish them with this in the middle between two dries. So black thread down to where, just beyond the point of the hook. And then for the tail, for this one, you can either use pheasant tail, or you can use a black hackle. This is just an old Coq hackle. And we want to get a good pinch of the fibres for your tail. And your tail on this, roughly the length of your hook. That tied in, just remove our waste. And then we'll get a quill. This one's going to be done in a natural. So bring that up, tying everything in, just to where your thorax will be. And then with your hackle pliers, just take the end of your quill, bring that up the body, just to be your thoraxes. And then we'll come in and we'll whip finish, because for these bodies you're going to want to varnish them or use a wee bit of resin. In this case, we'll get a wee bit of Sally Hansen hard as nails on the body. That's just going to help to protect the quill. You'll probably need a couple of coats, just the same as your buzzers, because your first coat will soak into the material, and you probably want at least a second coat, probably a third coat as well. So we'll get that on there for drying, and then we'll come in with one that's prepared earlier. That one's not been varnished. come back in with a black tying thread. Just bring that up to your thorax would be. Right, for the holographic, I'm using some Simbi flat tinsel in gold. I'm going to get that tied in, and then a couple of turns up at the top, and just get that tied in, and remove your waste. Back up, bring in your thorax cover. In this case it's going to be a black pheasant tail. And you want probably 10 or 12 fibres. Tie that in, and then bring your thread into the middle of where your thorax would be. Now for the breathers, I'm going to be using some breather yarn or antron for this one, and I need some material. What have I done with it? Oops. Try not to hit the camera when I'm doing this. There we go. I thought I had put it back in the packet, but I hadn't. So, one strand. Aggravate that in so it doesn't move. It should look a little bit like that. Okay, dubbing for this is a chuck and duck, hare and squirrel. It's just a natural. It's not got any UV or anything like that in it, so you want a wee pinch of that. Get that dubbed onto your thread. Again, just figure of 8 that over your thorax, bring your thread to the front. Bring your thorax cover over, in this case your pheasant tail. And get that locked in. 2 or 3 turns to lock it in, a couple at the front, and then as close as you can, and then remove your waste and just tidy everything up. And then whip finish. Now for your breathers, you want to bring these up. You can cut them individually if you want, but if you pull them up tight, pull them forward, you need to make sure that your breather yarn is the same length, and then just cut just off the front of the eye. And that is you folks. Great wee pattern. As I said, you can fish that between 2 dries. You can fish it in a team of nymphs, probably in a floating line or a tip line, washing line style. but as I said, my preference is to fish that in between two dries, and the amount of fish that will take that, and you see the dries disappearing, or you'll feel it just like a buzzer take, is amazing. So you put an extra few fish in your net by fishing it that method. So hopefully guys you enjoyed that video. As I said, you can mix and match the colours and thorax covers and dubbing that you do use, so it's an excellent pattern, one that you should definitely have in your box. So hopefully you enjoyed it, and if you're out this weekend, tight lines, we'll catch you in the water soon. Take care guys.